Hey, what's going on? Something very puzzling to me. Between the ages of pre-K all the way to 12th grade, you had a range of approximately 14 years of learning, right? Now, what we tend to struggle on in this economy, in this country, is what they call credit. Now, with credit being at its all-time high in interest rates, 30+%, we find ourselves digging a deeper and deeper hole in debt. Now, the crazy part about that is that we were never even taught, like I said, from the ages of pre-K all the way to the age of 12th grade, anything about credit. We didn't know what a credit score was. We didn't know how to balance transfers. We didn't know about credit bureaus or any of those things. Now, it's very puzzling because how are we supposed to succeed in society, in societal life, and not understanding one of the thresholds that was placed upon us in modern times? And when I say modern times, I mean not too long ago. How are we supposed to adapt to a situation like that? So you take these American people that only specifically know a few different subjects when we talk about math, arithmetic, math, algebra, science, art, drama, reading. When you take these specific subjects and you smash it into someone's head for 14 years, and you completely omit one of the most important economic subjects in the entire country of America, you then would expect that person to be at the top of their game at an economic standpoint. It's very puzzling to me. So then you go and you wonder why. You wonder why everybody is in so much debt, so much credit turmoil, right? Now, where does this stem from, people? Where does this stem from? If you take a look at Big Brother America, that's exactly what they're doing. They said, hey, listen, let's go ahead. We're going to apply credit utilization upon all of America. We're going to use this for mortgages. We're going to use this for buybacks. We're going to use this for treasury. And we're gonna use this thing called credit, and we're gonna make everything better. We're gonna make the economy stimulate, and everybody is going to be happily ever after. That was a lie. Now, getting back to my point, interest rates are up to 30+% because people can't seem to understand the idea of credit. So you go and you get these credit cards, and they come in the mail, open them up. Oh, you're excited. And then what do? First thing you do is you go and you purchase something. Swipe. But what you don't realize is that you have no education whatsoever on this little thing called a credit card. You have no idea that you can't be over 36.6% before they slash your credit and drive your credit down. Did you know that? No, because you were never taught that. See, this goes by my points and my examples of my videos. People say, why do you do these videos? Because I just feel that America and the people of America are being treated so unfairly. And for the people that say, hey man, they're not being treated unfairly, they just didn't take the time to go and do the proper, research and study to make, their level of learning better. And I say to you, as a response, give me 5 references into which the American people were able to learn about credit through any point of their learning history. And you can even throw in college if you want. So, with that being said, these are the things and the points that I'm trying to make. This country isn't really built on the success of the American people. You're enabled only to go this far to keep you down at a certain level, so that way you can never bypass the oligarchs and the people that run this country. You will never bypass them. Billions and billions of dollars that they sit on. They run the country. They do all of these fake politics, and you participate. You do your part. But they can't teach you about the most important stimulant in the economy, which is called credit. Are you serious? That's why I say, give me 5 references into which anyone in this country had the opportunity to learn anything about credit. And then you're probably saying, oh, there's so many platforms you can go to. You got credit.com, you got Credit Karma. You can go. Stop the bullshit. Just cut it out. Just knock it off. There's a difference of teaching somebody something prior to them losing everything and then learning something as they're already deep into a hole. The majority of Americans are already deep into a hole, so there's no coming back. There's no trade lines. There's no primary trade lines. There's no fixing the credit. There's no talking to the credit bureaus. There's no mailing in all of these different letters so that way you can. None of that shit is going to make a difference if you had no education prior to the utilization of credit. So you're just spinning your wheels. And then you find yourself taking every single dollar that you got and shoving it into a credit repair company. So that way, somehow, magically, or a miracle, that you're going to be able to get your credit fixed. Am I right or am I wrong? How many people right now have went through everything that I just talked about? So it comes to the question, is America really for us? Or is America really for them? And it's a really touchy subject because people are so patriotic. So patriotic. Why don't you know about credit then? Why don't you know about mortgage rates? How come you never used a mortgage calculator? You have 14 years. You have 14 years of learning studies to be able to utilize something that actually mattered in society, and you did not get the opportunity to do so. And then some of you behind the lens will go, well, you know, the teachers were teaching, you just have to pay attention. And if you would have paid attention, then you would have been up. It was never taught in any subject or category through any of those grade schools of public learning. So as I continue to make my point, with credit just demolishing people, people are now not only utilizing the credit from the credit cards, they're taking the credit cards and they're using the credit cards as a source to survive. They're using the credit cards as a source to survive off of the cost of living situation that we're in. So when you talk about the point of no return, it has exceeded exponentially. We're in trying times, guys. We're in trying times. Now, the best thing that you could do at this point is, like I said, you need to lock in. I suggest that you know, people read more, do top level research, stop taking the word of the politicians and the people that run this country, because they're just liars. They're just liars. And you sit there and you're on the news and you're going through Fox and you're going through CNN and you're just listening to these people just talk. They talk. They talk. They talk. They talk. But they're not saying shit. They're not saying nothing. They're not showing you how to get better. They're not letting you know what's the end result of anything. It's always credit this and credit that, and then that's it. But the whole point of this video, man, is people are at the breaking point with utilization of credit. Because it was just never understood on what to use it for, how to use it, and why it should have been in the subjects of school learning way before you got to 12th grade. Now, millennials are stuck in this turmoil of credit card, trying to survive off the credit card. Then you got Gen Z who picks up the same habit, and then it's Gen Z or Gen X. Not Gen X, but is the generation after Z. Are they gonna pick up the same habit too? Because we're repetitive. You know, we're creatures of habit. We are creatures of habit. You see one person do something and you pick up the same what? Habit. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys got a lot of information from this. I appreciate you guys coming to these videos because, you know, I'm just speaking the truth, man. We don't have time for the rah-rah shit anymore. We ain't trying times. We don't have time for that anymore. Right? You can go to the, you know, other videos, other platforms, and you want them to make you feel good, then that's cool too. You know, sometimes you need to feel good. But this is real talk, man. This is real shit. So I'll talk to you guys soon. This is St. Nicholas brand, the brand of St. Nicholas. Until next time, peace.